Okay, guys, welcome to this team call. We're going to be talking about like page training today. I want to thank you all for hopping on, and congrats to you. Kudos to you for taking time on your weekend to learn more about how to grow your network. And I know it's a gorgeous day outside here in Cleveland, and I would love to be out there now, but I also care and love my team, and I want to help them learn what I've learned. So I have Kathleen here with me in person, and she's one of my PS coaches. And unfortunately, a couple of the other girls that were going to come to my house weren't able to make it. So now we get to hang out together and learn. So basically, I've been participating in it's kind of like a, what do you want to call it? I mean, it's a training, obviously, but I can't think of the word of it. But you pay to get in the training, and it's, you log in and stuff, and there's modules. So they also do these like Google Hangouts, and they have some of the coaches who have been able to grow their like pages to over like 30,000 people. So they're sharing their best practices and tips with us. And I've learned so much already, and I'm only like a quarter of the way through. So it's called Social Team Builder, and it's led by a guy named Jesse Reagan. And I think the next one will be coming out in April-ish. So we'll keep an ear out for that. It is an investment of $300, but you do become a member for life. So you're always in there. There's updates and stuff, I guess. Correct, Ashley? Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So it's something you have for life, and it's definitely something to think about investing at some point. So I'm just going to go right into what I've been able to take away from this so far. And in the first like early bird training video that they did, it was like a Google Hangout. They had Alexis Whalen on the call. So you may want to jot her name down and stalk her page, because she clearly knows what she's doing. So it's Alexis Whalen, Whalen. And she stressed the point that, we are a part of Beachbody, but we are not Beachbody. So we're not employees of Beachbody, so we are to brand ourselves. And that's what's going to attract people to us. So first and foremost, how many people here have a like page set up already?
I don't, but I was just talking to Jamie about it. I guess I'm not too familiar with it.
So what we'll do, Lauren, is we'll work together one-on-one then to do that. It's pretty simple to get it started.
Okay.
So maybe just taking notes today, and then this week we'll go over how to get that set up for you. But, obviously, on your regular page, you have a cover photo, right? So you're going to have the same setup on your like page. And the main thing is we don't want to be posting a ton of products, because like I said, we are not Beachbody, or we don't work for Beachbody. So we don't want our pages plastered with P90X, Insanity, 21 Day Fix. If you're going to be posting any of those things, you need to be in the picture with it. So, but I would not recommend your cover photo having any product information on it, because the first thing when somebody comes to your page, if they see that, they might just be instantly turned off, or what is this person going to try and sell me? So we don't want to come across as buy my stuff. We want to create value. So be yourself, brand yourself. Like I said, we are the CEO of ourselves. So we have the ability to be creative and really show our authentic selves and our personalities. And that's what attracts people to us. And you'll find that it's easier to work with the people that you're bringing into your world because they're like you. So cover photos, though, I had one created through a site called Fiverr. I think that's how you pronounce it. Fiverr.com. Like $5, super cheap to get a cover photo. And you can kind of look through. There's like tons of different graphic designers in there that will help you get your photos together, and they'll kind of work on it until they get something that you like, even for just the $5. So I think I had to like do it 3 times, tell them to change certain things before I was happy with it. So just when you do it, make sure you look at the reviews on the person that you are going to use. Make sure they have like 5-star ratings. Okay.
You like make your own through Canva or anything? Canva.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they said you can do that if you're really good with it. And some people do. They get really good with it and they look nice. And others, you know, like myself, I think I'm okay at it. But and 2, it's for time purposes. Like it saves me time to have somebody do it on Fiverr. But yeah, for sure, there's Canva and PicMonkey.com. I like that one. And the other one I learned, it's called clippingmagic.com. So what it does is it takes that, I'll show you actually on my Facebook, it takes the picture of yourself and it takes the background out very nicely, because PicMonkey you can do it with the eraser, but sometimes that's, I don't know, I have a hard time doing that. Does anybody else? Ashley, do you?
It takes forever with this clipping magic. I mean, you basically highlight the areas you want to keep and it like crops it for you.
It's really cool. So I used it here on this, and I guess I could just go ahead and pull it up. Why not? So you can see what I'm talking about while we're here. And like I said, I'm going to be very like formal with this training. I didn't have like a super like planned agenda or anything, but let's see if I can find a good picture to do it on. We'll just use this one that I used before. So there's the green tab here. So all you do is highlight the spots that you want to keep. So green, then you switch over to the red. And I want to take all of this out. All of this side. And you can kind of get it nice and close there. So you get the point. And it looks so much nicer. And then you just download it. And you can put it into PicMonkey. That's what I did. I put it into PicMonkey for the banner. So that's something you can do, Lauren, if you don't want to use the Fiverr. Okay. So let's see what else. So they really talked about, you know, like I said, showing your personality and your face. So instead of like just posting a picture of like your food or your shakes or whatever, making sure that you're putting your face in there. And I know like some of us, we're moms and we're not always all glammed up, but that's like showing the raw you. Like, hey, I am a busy mom, but look, I'm still doing this thing. I'm still, you know, working out. I'm making time in my day to eat healthy. So getting your face on your page as much as you can, because they call it Facebook for a reason. So we shouldn't have, our Facebook page shouldn't look like a Pinterest board. So we don't want a ton of like quotes everywhere. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes I'll put quotes up, but I've been branding my own little quotes. I took like a polka dot background and I've been kind of putting a quote every day and then putting my website and my Instagram on there. So it's branded to me. So not just taking a bunch off of, you know, Pinterest and stuff. So they say, you know, that's what's going to help your page grow when people come there and they see your personality. So I also recommend your posts to be about 3 to 5 times a day. Yes. So for busy people, you know, 3 would be fine. These girls, though, that are teaching this training, they're talking about posting 5 to 8 times a day. They say that's the best. So I know that can be overwhelming. If you could even just get, you know, your 3 to 5 and maybe plan in advance. So has anybody heard of Hootsuite before?
No.
You have. I know Ashley has. it's a site where you can schedule out your posts. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You
So
can-
what should we be posting? Like you I struggle with that.
So
I feel like I'm like bothering people when I always do that. I know I can't think that way in this type of,
and that's a legitimate concern because you're not the only one that's felt that way.
Mhm.
And I've had my friends tell me like, you're annoying, stop posting. And here's the thing, those aren't the people that I'm trying to help. If they want my help, they'll come to me, but that's something that is hard for some to get over. But at the same time, you have to think, okay, this is my business. I'm running a business and I want to help people, and if I'm going to grow my business, I have to be putting myself out there. So if you do your like page, Lauren, people that like your page, they're not going to be annoyed by that, So if you're concerned about your personal page, then this like page stuff is really going to be helpful to you. Because I have another girl who was saying the same thing. I don't want to annoy my friends and family.
Mhm.
So definitely a legitimate concern. So let's get your like page up this week and identify some things that you can be posting. So you want to sit down and like make a list of things that are unique about you. So like 5 to 10 things that are just Lauren, not Beachbody. So what, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a nurse. What are your hobbies? What are you good at? What can you share? What things that can you share with others that would add value to their lives or that would be helpful to them? So those are the things that you want to be sharing. So maybe it's healthy recipes. Maybe you're into crafts. Something, maybe time management with the kids, stuff that helps you get through your days,
Okay. Yeah.
Wine.
I was gonna say. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so sit down and think about those things, and then those are the things you want to be posting every day. Obviously, your fitness is going to be one of them.
Mhm.
You're working out, majority of the days of the week, so you can get those in there. I like to post videos, and they do say in this training you should be posting a minimum of 3 videos a week because Facebook loves videos, not YouTube videos, but actual videos you upload right from your phone. Actually, Facebook and YouTube are competitors. So if you post a YouTube link, you're not going to get a lot of likes on it. But if you were to post a picture and then you posted a YouTube video under it and said, check out the link below, then your picture will get a lot of likes and attention, and you can, share that video. But definitely want to, get some videos in there if you can. Again, if that's
Is this like page, do you like run challenges on there, or is it just strictly more just like me posting every day about something like unique, like you said, or should you run challenges on it, or?
So no, it's not like for challenges or anything.
Okay.
And really you don't want to be like posting about challenge groups a ton on there either.
Okay, so you don't want to post any of that kind of stuff. So I get it now. Okay.
So you can post about your challenge groups, but it needs to be, like maybe once a week versus like daily join my challenge group type thing.
Okay.
Even like bi-weekly, it
That
needs
makes sense. Yeah.
So they're saying, your page should be more about you,
Right.
your lifestyle. It should be 80% about you and 20% business.
Okay.
Because if you go to someone's page and it's all business, they're just like, what am I getting from this? Like if it's join my challenge group, join my team. I can't even think of anything else right now, but you get the gist.
I get it.
So they also said that kids and dogs can help with your organic reach. So meaning people just coming to your page that you did not do an ad, because through the like page you can run ads to gain more likes and engagement and stuff like that. So to grow your organic reach, like I posted a picture of Adriana and Jeff the other night, and I just put how she told us that we're the best mommy and daddy ever. And it got like 40 likes. But then like some of my videos and my fitness stuff, it only gets like 10 likes. So people love children and dogs. Do you have any pets, Lauren?
No, just
No.
the kids.
Yeah, you don't need a pet. You got 3 kids.
No.
How about you, Ansley?
Unfortunately, no. My baby passed away about a year ago.
Oh, I'm
Me
sorry.
and my doggy.
Aw.
So, but that's okay. I'm looking at eventually getting another one, but I'm just not ready yet.
Aw, I hear you. Do you have kids or are you?
No, I do not. So,
Okay. All right. And Tracy, how about you? Do you have any children or pets?
No children's, only 2 fish.
Okay. Low maintenance. She can figure out a way to.
Actually, the aquarium gets dirty real quick. So
Yeah. Aw.
I do have a question because my community is bilingual. So there's a lot of French people and English people. If I do a video in English, it offends the French people, vice versa. Yeah, so I don't want to do a video twice. So what would be your suggestion? Like, should I transcribe it in French?
You mean the written part?
Yeah, like if I do a video and then transcribe it in French in the written part or something like that.
You could do that. Because doesn't it give the English as well too below it? Like you can click on the post. I know for me, like it'll say, do you want to translate to English? So
Yes, yeah, my mother does that. My mother is
Yeah.
French. She doesn't know anything about English, so she tries to translate what I'm writing, and then she calls me. I can't understand that freaking translator.
Aw, yeah.
So there are people that are getting offended, but
Maybe even you can address that in your video and just say, you know what, guys, I'm really sorry, and I'm going to try to make this the best for everyone. And maybe you can mix like every other, doing one French, one English. I don't know. Ashley, what do you think?
I've actually seen people who have done where they put both. So and I'm not even sure where they're from, but it almost looks like little hieroglyphic thingies, but it'll have at the top paragraph, it'll have what they're saying in their language, and then at the bottom they also put it in English. So maybe, I'm not sure what type of videos you do, but if it's a workout video and you're showing you do 15 squats and 15 lunges, put the first part in French and then the second part in English, so you have it just broken up into 2 paragraphs. So it'll appeal to both people, and everyone will be able to understand it. And if they get mad at you, well then maybe one day you do it in French and one day you do it in English, because the same people aren't going to be seeing the same post depending on what time you post them and when they're on Facebook. So you can either do both at once, or I would do one on Tuesday, and on Thursdays you do it in English.
Yeah, and you can make it a theme and make it consistent so they know what to expect. Say, okay, guys, on Tuesdays I'm going to post it in American or English, and then Thursdays I'll post in French. So that might be a way to do it, to get around that. But that's cool because you have both audiences,
Yeah.
Very exciting. Okay. Is that helpful?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. So the other thing about the like page too is it's open to the public, so anybody and everybody can see it. So this might make you hesitant about posting your children and stuff, and I can understand that. Ash, do you post kids on the like page?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Because my profile anyways is public, so pretty much anything I post there anyways, people can see. But I post, they get a lot of likes. People love kids, especially when it's like kid humor, because toddlers do some pretty ridiculous things. Those are like my best posts.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I definitely post on my like page.
Okay. Yeah, me too. And my thing is, that way you're going to be able to relate to more people. And they also said how Facebook knows more about us than the government does because we're sharing our whole life on it. So I don't know if anybody, well, Lauren's the only other one with children, and Kathleen. So I don't know if that's a concern for you guys, but just knowing that it can be helpful in growing your business. And yes, there's creeps out there, but what is the likelihood, you know, of something bad happening? Because we're Beachbody coaches. We're not like, I don't know. So, but yeah, like I said, that's one of the things that grows the organic reach. Another thing, when you're posting your posts, try and end with a question so that you can get engagement, because that's what you want. You want people coming to your page, engaging, and you want them asking questions too, because you want to be a resource. You want to be somebody who's knowledgeable and that can help others achieve their goals. And again, back to like the posting products and stuff. Facebook is not a shopping mall. So think about it. Like, do you go on Facebook to buy stuff? Does anybody do that here? No. So you want to treat it, they said, treat it like a coffee shop. So like you're just sitting there talking to your best friend and asking them their honest opinion or advice. One thing that does really good is the option photos. So I'll do ones with like, I did one a couple weeks ago with a dress, and then which shoes should I wear, A or B? You know, people love to give their opinion. They said that humor does pretty well. So just showing a funny side of you. They showed one where I think it was Alexa, she had like a emoji pillow. I don't know if it was like a poop one or something weird like that, but she had one of those pillows. They sell them at the mall. And she's like, what's your favorite emoji? Share it below. So that's something that would get like a ton of feedback on. Oh, so this was another thing that stood out to me too. So don't worry about the people who don't like what you're posting or like that you feel like you're annoying, because those aren't going to be the people that join in on your challenges. They're not going to be your lifers, you know, the people who are going to be your coaches. So you just need to focus on the people who do like your stuff and who are engaging on your stuff, and just ignore the negative and the haters and stuff like that. Block, if they comment anything rude, just delete it out of there. And you can even block them. I've done that before. So another thing with when you're growing your like page, it takes time. So it's definitely a marathon and not a sprint, just like with your business. So, you know, coming into the business, and some people like take off so quickly, but the majority, it's, you know, we are doing this month after month, and it's this, and then we're slowly growing with our business. It's the same thing with the like page training. So you have to stay consistent in your posting, you know, so at least 3 times a day. That way people have that expectancy from you, like, oh, I'm excited. What did, you know, Ashley post today? I want to go see what's going on with her. So knowing that it doesn't happen overnight. Another thing, so a lot of times we'll put like a lot of emotion and thought into some of our posts. Maybe, I know I have before, and then you get like 5 likes and you're just like, oh my gosh, this sucks, you know, but we can't think that way, you know, because not every single post is going to do amazing. So it's just, again, looking back at the ones that did well and trying to duplicate those. I know a lot of people that'll share the same posts like a month later to make it easier. You can kind of mix it up, change the picture and stuff, but don't like get upset with yourself if it doesn't do as well as you hoped. Another thing with like videos. So you can share like little clips from your workouts and stuff, but if you want to do like a little series of a couple different exercises, maybe like lower body stuff like squats, lunges, bridges, stuff like that, make the caption something that's catchy to others. So one was like, tone, tighten, and burn, or burn fat fast would be a good one. So if you look at like different magazines and what they have on the magazine covers, those are good catchy phrases that you can use on your videos, or even maybe just your general posts if you did a picture and we're sharing some exercises on there. Another thing was talking about your personal page. So that's why, we're promoting this, starting your like page and stuff, because really not supposed to run your business from your personal page, and your Facebook could get shut down if you get caught. I know that there's been some top coaches that lost access to their Facebook page and all their groups and stuff in it got deleted. So Ash, do you remember hearing about that with one of the top coaches?
Yeah, Lindsay Matway.
So what did they deleted all of her groups?
Yeah. Every page, that's it. You got to watch too how many pages you're admin for. She was an admin in too many pages, and they busted her, and they literally shut down all of her like challenge group pages, all of her team pages, all of her everything that had all of her team trainings. Because I know then she made a big long post about it, and she converted everything over onto a website for her coaches to go to then to access training videos.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I don't know how they do it, but I know Jesse's mentioned it numerous times that Facebook's changing, and the way they're getting with their compliance, they're getting very, very strict.
Okay. Yeah, because all of our stuff's in groups too.
Right.
So, okay. Well, at some point we'll have to look at, well, I know Joe Gonzalez, he has the Team Aspire training page, so that's good. We always have that as a backup plan. But yeah, that's crazy. So definitely you want to get your like pages up and going. You can tag yourself though. You can tag your personal page in your like page posts, and you can share your like page posts to your personal page as well. And I've been kind of doing that a lot because it's hard in the beginning, because your personal page, I have over 3,000 friends on there, but I only have 1,700 likes on my like page. So I got way more engagement on my personal page than my like page. So I started just sharing my like page stuff to my personal page, and then I'll tag myself in the photos. Doing something that's consistent. So like every day I try and post an exercise video. That's my thing. Maybe you want to post, I know one of the girls in this training that was teaching, she would do like a picture of her working out and then some kind of motivational quote on it. And it looked almost the same. It was black and white. The photo was black and white. And she put like the quote in, I think like white or black writing. I can't remember. But it was something that people could expect to see every single day. Another tip with your videos, don't use Pick Play Post. It's an app. I don't know how many of you use that, but it lets you like put multiple videos in one little full video kind of thing. So there's like different videos going on in the whole thing. I'm sure you guys have seen that before, but they said it's really bad on the eye, and it's just like you're all over the place, like what's going on here. So that's something you want to avoid. Knowing that your like page is not just going to pour in a ton of people and they're just going to say, I want to sign up with your challenge group, or I want to sign up on your team. So you definitely want to, build your audience and everything, but it's still our job to be reaching out, private messaging. 99% of your sales are going to come through private message. So we still need to be forming, talking with people, and closing, your challengers or coaches. I like to get my people on the phone. So I don't know how many of you do that here, but that's my main goal. Get on the phone. It's more personal, but, talking with them first in private message and then moving them to a phone call. And how about the fact about stories? So they say there's nothing better than sharing a good story. And there was like some statistics done where Our generation, the wealthiest people are going to be the best storytellers. So if you look at these top coaches' pages, you see they have like 5-paragraph stories, and you read it and you get like almost emotional with them. So getting good at sharing your story and bits and pieces of it. So like breadcrumbing, they call it. So you don't have to share your story from beginning to end, but just little pieces of your life, where you've struggled, how you overcame it. That's what's inspiring to people. So getting better at sharing your stories. And I had something else I wanted to say about stories. Thought I did. Oh, they were talking about like sharing maybe like your challenge of the week. Like, oh, no, not Theo. Hi, Theo. So cute. So like maybe you have like something in your week that is just challenging for you, and you can share like every week, this is something I really struggle with, but here's how I plan to overcome it, or here's my plan of action to, do my best at, overcoming this week, so people like to see that. They don't want perfection, because they want to be able to relate to it, So Ash, what are some things that Ashley's really good at sharing stories? So first, like, just maybe you have some things you want to add to this, because I know you've been doing this training, and then maybe you can just share like how you come up with your stories and your thoughts behind it and stuff.
Well, it's very uncomfortable sometimes, but I write kind of like it's like a Dear Diary, only it's on Facebook. So I shared like my struggle with infertility with my son, and I share my high risk pregnancies, and I share the struggles with having a son with a speech delay, or, being a police wife, or I'm just very raw, open, and honest, and people like that. And it sucks sometimes because you feel kind of you feel exposed, but sorry,
That's okay.
you have to be, though, to get people to relate to you. And I can't tell you the amount of messages I've had once I started doing that. I mean, the first post I shared openly related to police had over 3,000 shares. And for so long, I tried to be like in hiding that I was even a police wife. And the first time that I opened up about it, it got shared like 3,002 times or something. So I treat it like it's my journal, and like no one else can read it, and then I post it.
I like that. That's a good way of putting it.
So that way I don't hold anything back. Like I write it in my notes, and I just keep going, and then I post it.
Yeah. I like that. Very cool. So, I mean, that's pretty much all I think I have for today. As I learn more, I'm going to be happy to share, but hopefully that was helpful to you. The main thing is we want to be adding value. We want to be sharing our story and connecting with others. So we're not on social media to sell. We're on social media to connect and build relationships. And when you build that trust and those relationships, then people are gonna come to you, when they see your challenge group post or your coach training, I'm doing a new coach training or whatever, it's to join your team. They're gonna trust you because you have went out of your way to provide that value and to build those relationships with them. So if anybody has specific questions, Ansley, is there anything crossing your mind that we can help you with today?
So 2 things. I didn't want to interrupt. What is the name of the website that you said will help you schedule Facebook posts?
Oh yeah, so it's Hootsuite. Let me double check the spelling. I think it's HOOT SUITE.com.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I will say, since this is new for me, I am a very private person.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, even like my regular Facebook page, I maybe posted on it 3 times a year.
Wow. Okay.
Like very, very private.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you're not in my inner circle, you know very little of what's going on. And with me deciding to take this journey this year and lose 100 pounds and everything else, I started a like page, and then I'm also doing a lot more posting on my personal page. One of the challenges for me, hey Lisa, one of the challenges for me that I have is really trying to decide what to post about. You know, I'm doing videos that I've actually had some really good responses on just because I'm being honest, and people are saying, oh, you know, I can get the true emotion behind what you're saying. One of the things I'm not comfortable with yet is doing like a fitness video, because honestly, when you're 300 pounds, you know, the thought of someone seeing what's hanging, even though I can do a 60-second plank and I can do some of these moves that I couldn't do, you know, 6 weeks ago, the thought of me putting it on a video and then seeing what everything looks like full body while I'm doing it isn't necessarily something that I want to do. And so I'm getting to the point where I'm really good with like the personal video sharing and talking about things. But when it comes to kind of crossing over into the fitness piece, I think I'm having a little more of a challenge. A couple of things I have done is like I park all the way across campus behind 4 other buildings at work. And I did take a picture of my car over at that parking lot, and you could see my building like off in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a picture of my car there, and then I took a picture of me up by the building. And I did say I could have parked here, but instead I parked here. And so I've started doing little things like that, but I'm struggling with how to continue going in that vein without doing something that I'm not necessarily comfortable with. And maybe I just need to get over myself and just put it out there, but I don't know.
Well, I definitely don't want to be the person like saying you have to do that. But my thoughts are that you would be inspiring other people because you were breaking past that fear. And you could even, once you do it, you can put in the caption like, you know, I was so nervous to post this, but I just thought if I could inspire one person through this video, then I'd be so happy, you know, because I know 100%, and so do the ladies on this call, that people are inspired by that. You're taking action, you know, you're doing something to better yourself and get to your goals, your health goals. So I think that would be beneficial to others. Another thought though that crosses my mind is, could you do like a video of you cooking? Like just a minute, you know, you don't want it to be super long, but you could just be showing like your food prep or something like that, you know, or like a quick, easy Shakeology recipe, or what's something else that's like quick and easy, like Greek yogurt and like fruit, to say like, this is like my go-to meal or whatever, you know, stuff that's going to grab people's attention, because videos are where it's at. I'm not saying like, you know, pictures and stuff don't do well, but those are some other ideas that you could do for video.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hensley. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
To say something to Anthony real quick. I think if you treat it as not being like a fitness post, but as an accountability post, so you're not claiming to be a fitness guru, you're claiming to work on yourself and better yourself, and that is what people want to see. If they see, first of all, I can't do a 60-second plank right now to save my life. If I saw you doing a plank, be like, damn, you go, girl. Like you need to post stuff like that because that's inspiring. Don't treat it as like, look at me, I'm trying to be a personal trainer. You're just trying to, you know, be you and get your stuff together. And I don't think there's anything, I don't see how anyone could make fun of that or judge you for that. If anything, they're going to be like, dang, I better go do something with myself. So maybe try to do it once like a week and see how you feel, and then grow up to maybe increasing it. But I think with posting like you're walking 5 parking lots or whatever, I think you're on the right track. That's good stuff. And that's stuff people want to see because they don't want perfection. They want to see people being people.
Yeah, well, I'm far from perfect.
We all are. That's the thing. And you know what? People don't like perfect anyway. I'm a hot mess mom, and I post about that all day long, and people think it's hilarious. So, I mean, you're not trying to be anyone but you. So be you, but be you 100%.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it, Ashley.
You're welcome.
Lauren, how about you, lady? Do you have any questions?
No, it was just really helpful.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad you were able to get on.
Oh, me too. So it's crazy. My little guy keeps me busy, so I feel bad. He's in so much therapy every week and now, so.
Well, like Ashley was saying, that might be something that you might want to share. I know Lauren is so sweet, and she's very, I don't want to use the word shy, but you are kind of, keep to yourself and stuff, but those are the same things that, like Ashley was saying, those things inspire people because it's real life. And, who knows who you can inspire through those struggles. You're a busy mom, you have a child who's in therapy, and that's emotional, and you're showing up, you're doing your workouts, you're on team calls. That's a huge deal. You're eating healthy. So those are things that people can relate to.
Yeah.
And they'll say, if Lauren's doing that, I can do it too,
Yeah, I know. I just don't like to everyone to know everything. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of like that. But so okay. I don't know. I definitely I don't know who was just talking. She was asking questions, but she would just inspired me by listening to her. I hope she knows that. So I know she was worried about posting things. So
That's our Ansley. That's Ansley.
Thank you, Lauren.
no, you're welcome. No. So all right.
How about Miss Tracy?
To me, I just posted my first video, I think it was on Thursday, and ever since I had a pit in my stomach. I think I have the flu, but it's not. I'm so nervous. It's like it's been an emotional roller coaster, and it had nothing to do with the comments I got. I think it's just because me too, I'm a private person. I'm a bubbly person at work, but nobody knows what I'm doing in my real life. So that it makes me uncomfortable big time, but I'm just going to go for it.
Nice job. I saw that video. So another thing that comes to mind is there's this like picture, and it has like a circle, and it says like your comfort zone, and then like on the other side there's another picture, and like it says like growth or amazing, amazing things. And getting outside of that comfort zone is when amazing things start to happen. So there's been things that I've been so fearful of in this business, and that's a direct indicator of what it's telling me I need to do so that I can keep succeeding. So I believe in all of you guys 100% that, you can get past these fears. And once you do, you're going to be like, wow, I'm so glad I did that, And we all make mistakes. Like, there's all things that we've done that we're just like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But you're never going to know unless you try it. So that's huge too. Doing a video in your first week. I was terrified to do a video. When Tina and Joe asked me to like record a video of my story, I think I recorded like 30 separate takes because I wanted to be perfect. And I was nervous while I was doing it, but I was just talking to my phone, So, it's not, you don't have to be perfect, just being you, 100% you, like Ashley said. And there's going to be people who judge us, and, that's just natural. But those aren't the people that we are attracting and that we want in our business, in our life. So definitely.
And my video, I just did it on a whim. I had supper. I told my husband, that's it. I'm going downstairs. I'm going to do a video. I hit play. I hit record. That's it. One take. I'm like, this is it.
That's awesome. That's perfect.
Yeah, but the thing is, I only listened to it once, and I said, no. Like, I know it's not perfect, but I hit share, and that was it. And that pit has been in my stomach ever since. So, yeah.
That's good, though. We're proud of you. That's so awesome.
Yeah, Tracy, one thing about your video that was so awesome was that you were so humble on there, and you pretty much said, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm doing it because I'm awesome, and I want you to join me. It was so real, and it was just like everybody wants to join you because you don't know what everything that you want to do yet with this, but people love when people are real. Like Ashley was saying, any of your weaknesses, people love to see people that are real. So I love that you added that to your video.
I started to make a list of things that I want to do and videos that I want to do. And I'm bawling, I'm crying, and I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to share these with people? But I want to do it because it's for my own personal growth. Like, I've been carrying fears and wanting to be perfect and stuff like that. So I'm thinking, and I was just writing them down and crying my eyes out. I'm like, oh my God. So it's been a really, really emotional week for me.
Aw.
Is it because you're writing down things that that it's like honesty that you're okay? Because you know it, but when you write it down, it becomes real.
Yeah.
So it is scary when we do that. So I am very proud of you. And when you make videos about your weaknesses or about things you're struggling with, like I said, just like with Ansley, it just speaks volumes for so many others because people do not want perfect. I have a lot of videos that I want to start doing too that I've written down when I was the same way, Tracy, that I'm like, oh God, I don't want to share that, but I need to because people don't think I struggle with a lot of things, and I do. So I haven't been very honest about all that. So I need to start doing that myself. So I need to step outside my comfort zone too. So you will do it. It's pretty amazing when you see everything on your list, isn't it? So, but just one of those videos can change somebody's life.
Yeah.
And Tracy, I will say, I actually recorded a video, and at first I was sending all of my videos to Rebecca and being like, I don't know if I can post this. Now I just record them and I post them. But there was one I was really worried about because I was talking about the way that people treat you in society when you are a what I call luxury sized woman. And I mean, and a lot of times it just really isn't very nice. And I had so much anxiety that the night that I posted it and I went to bed and I didn't sleep all night because, I was ready for such a backlash of you've done this to yourself. You deserve every way that people are treating you. And I think for me, what was so liberating is the fact that the response was completely different. And in fact, there were so many people who reached out to me privately as opposed to responding to the post to talk to me about going through the same thing. So I think that if even though it's hard, I think if you're willing to just put everything out there, including things that make you uncomfortable, you're going to be really surprised by the responses that you get, how many people you actually touch, and then also the relief that you feel once it's out there.
That's awesome, lady. I like that too because, then you can share how you're overcoming it, or what you're doing to take action to get past those things. And people, like you said, they're relating to you, and then it can be like a segue into, Beachbody, like this is what I'm doing. And they don't necessarily have to be a coach or whatever right away, or maybe they just want to get in on our free challenge group or something like that. But it's just a great way to connect and find like-minded people and then share your story, your Beachbody story, and get people on board with you. So I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are out there sharing your stories. You showed up on this call to learn more. I hope it was valuable to you. Lisa, thanks for coming on. I basically just went over most of the stuff in the early bird trainings. I didn't get into any of the ad type stuff because I'm still trying to understand all that myself. So I don't know if there's anything you wanted to say that your biggest takeaways from the Facebook training. Ashley shared some of hers, but that's completely up to you.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what what was covered, but I know from the call already from today. But yeah, I'm still looking into the ad stuff, so that's a lot of information there.
Yeah.
But if anybody has questions about this training, Stefan Danello did that group, that training group, those 2 days. So we can add anybody into that group to go over, because that pretty much says the first couple days or first couple modules, what they go over in that social media training that Stephanie did, that outlined all the benefits of posting and what not to post and all that stuff. But again, just to be raw, pretty much, admit your flaws. It's so hard for all of us to do, but people love that. It was really interesting to talk about the cover pics and what works and what doesn't. So I have actually my coach Natalie working on some stuff now for that. I loved how they have, if you went over this too, you already did, how you have posts with options like, is this a better dress or is this a better dress? Choose A, B. So I like those things because that really brings in a lot of stuff on your face, or a lot of people liking and commenting. I know for me, I did a lot of pictures of my renovation in the house, and that was a huge hit. So, but one thing with it being on Facebook is you don't want to just post about Beachbody and just about your story all the time, but also they say you should have 5 pillars of what you should be posting. So 5 things about you that make you you. So Tracy, like for you, I see you love shoes. Right? So
And it's coming. I'm going to share my personal collection.
yes, see?
Oh, yay!
Yeah, so so that is actually really interesting because I would like to know, because you could add value that way, because a lot of girls have problems picking out shoes. What's style, whatever. So that's one thing about you that I noticed right away from your wall is you like shoes. So you definitely need to focus on that. And Ansley, like Lindsay said, with the meal prep, I was going to say the same thing. Make some videos of your meal prep. And what you're
Say
cooking
hi.
and stuff.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. So there's 5 things about you that you should be posting about. So I don't know if that was covered already. That, like, for me, I'm a mom. I'm a nurse. I have a fur baby mom. I love chocolate. There was one more thing. I like wine too, but I don't post enough about it. I can't remember what my 5th one was. I'm having a brain fart. So anyway, so always pick 5 things that are about you that you would love to share that make you you. And it's actually fun when you think about it. The stuff that you can post about. Like I said, Tracy in your shoes. So
Yeah. Awesome.
yeah. So that was pretty much just making sure branding yourself and just knowing what you're about, and it's easier to post on stuff when you know. And then also to make sure you set up your posts for the week, even if you're just writing them down and keeping them in a file somewhere, so that you don't have to think at the end of in a few minutes of what to post. Make sure that your schedule. Yep, look at Ashley. Yeah, serious. And that helps. Being organized, you guys. I am still so bad about organization, and I know when I get overwhelmed in this business, it's because I'm not organized. So unless I'm tracking and getting organized, I get very overwhelmed very easy because I'm a very organized person in my brain. I try to be. So anyway, so it really helps to think out your posts for the week, so you know that ahead of time. And some you're gonna just, like today, I want to make a post about how I embarrassed my 15-year-old son. I was dancing in the car as he was in the passenger seat. I'm gonna make a post about that because I totally embarrassed him. So. Yeah, so there's going to be posts that are just going to come to you during the day that is just fun to share. I mean, it's something new for a lot of people that post so frequently on Facebook or any social media site. But that's part of our job as coaches, is just to share our stories.
Love it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, ladies. Well, if that's it, you don't have any other questions, I'll let you go and enjoy the rest of your day with your families. I appreciate you hopping on. It's a pleasure to spend time with you, and I look forward to seeing your pages growing and your businesses too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Lindsay.
Thanks, Lindsay. Sorry I was late.
All right. Have a good day.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.